We want to know what happened and why it happened. And the most important thing is to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And emitting a lot of smoke, there's still hundreds of feet of hose line that are spread throughout there in preparation for anything else that may be needed. On behalf of everyone at the NTSB and throughout, our most sincere condolences go out to the family and those that have been affected by this. We know as each day it goes a little bit farther, it becomes a lot tougher. We're still in the fact gathering phase of our investigations, and I want to recap a few things that we've already accomplished so far. Most importantly, to present again, Shi-Hoon Shin. That's CHIHOONSHIN, who is our investigator in charge. I also want to make sure we thank all of the first responders. As I said yesterday, Louisville EMA director and the other individuals have been extraordinary in this. The airport authority, the elected officials, the community has truly come together. And I know Louisville is suffering, but they've really shown their ability to work through this tragedy and to assist us in trying to find out what happened. Again, our role is not to speculate on the cause of why we're here. We want to know what happened and why it happened. And the most important thing is to make sure that it doesn't happen again. As a reminder, earlier, as we said, we believe we may know the exact debris field, but if anyone has located any debris in their yard or knows anything, they can contact us at witness@ntsb.gov. That is witness@ntsb.gov. And today we conducted another family briefing for those survivors on the ground, or for those that have a family or others on the ground. It took several hours. We went through a lot of information. You can obviously tell it's a very tough time for them. I personally spent several hours at the debris field. And I can tell you the debris field itself is still active in more ways than one. In fact, while we were there with the emergency management coordinator, there were some spot fires that were popping up in some compressed paper products and emitting a lot of smoke. There's still hundreds of feet of hose line that are spread throughout there in preparation for anything else that may be needed. One of the reasons why some people might ask, not everything's been put out, is putting additional water on there or additional firefighting apparatus can disturb the scene. So they've been great to work with us. I would also mention there are over 100 first responders at the scene, along with others that are helping to secure it, and that is ongoing. Collectively, we've identified over 500 people that have responded or involved in the investigation to this point. I'm going to give you some specific information that we have that we've been able to come up with so far. The Cockpit voice recorder contained 2 hours and 4 minutes of what we consider good quality digital recorded audio. In reviewing that audio, the crew completed their standard checklists and briefings in preparation for the flight. The takeoff roll was what we called uneventful through the different speed callouts. About 37 seconds after the crew called for takeoff thrust, a repeating bell was heard on the CVR, which persisted until the end of the recording 25 seconds later. During this time, the crew engaged in efforts to attempt to control the aircraft before the crash. The NTSB will now be forming a CVR group comprised of technical experts on the MD-11 at the NTSB headquarters in order to review the recording and produce a written transcript. Now, this CVR transcript will be made public only when a majority of the other factual reports are placed in the NTSB public docket for this accident, and that will be several months from now. Additionally, in regard to the plane itself, the bulk of the left engine pylon was still attached to the left engine when the engine separated from the wing. Both of those components are in a secured facility and undergoing further examination. We have conducted additional searches in the grass area adjacent to runway 17R and are beginning to find additional pieces of the engine attachment. Additionally, later today, they will be doing another sweep using metal detectors and other types of apparatus. We have also completed a LiDAR scan of the topography, the debris field, the airfield, and that is assisting us a lot with a lot of other technical equipment that's been brought in for aerial recreation. We also are utilizing the FBI in assisting us with making safe a number of potential hazards for our investigation. This is very normal in an aircraft investigation. There are a lot of things such as compressed bottles, fuel suppression, or fire suppression materials. Those have to be made safe before we can disturb some of those areas. Yesterday, they made safe approximately one half of them, and we've identified what we believe to be over 30. So that process is still ongoing today. I can say today we have been working in a full operational cadence except for a short amount of time due to potential lightning around the field. The safety of everyone at the location and working on this accident is paramount. But even with that work going on, we still understand the importance of the recovery of those who are still missing. And we were making sure that we are identifying any areas that may have potential victims and making sure that we're trying to prioritize so that the coroner and the medical examiner can obviously do their work. As you may have seen, or you may not have seen, but we actually sent a tweet out about the last 30 minutes. And so I want to make sure we read that for you so you know. During yesterday's media briefing, the preliminary information we reported was that the FAA ADSB data indicated a GPS altitude of 475 feet. When considering how FAA ADSB data is reported, this equates to approximately 100 feet above ground level.